Mixtape Addict. Mr. Addict, you bitch. I've been grinding.
What you spoken on? I saw you rolled up.
That's that hash right there, Moroccan ash, my bro.
Interesting. Is it legit in your country the way it is here in the States?
Like legal?
Can you get medical marijuana and stuff like that out there where you at?
Nope.
You can't. Yeah, here in Arizona, I think Colorado actually was the first state to do legalized marijuana over here in the States. But Arizona quickly followed suit.
It's on bullshit here because it's a real problem in Europe. France is the #1 country for cannabis smokers, right? And it's also the country where the law is the most hard on you, bro, for that.
Interesting.
So now they legalize CBD. You can buy CBD, but I don't give a fuck about CBD, bro. I want the real shit.
Yeah.
So everybody that's watching, make sure you go follow the homie Bishop, the overseer. Good music.
Appreciate it.
Mixtape Addict certified, like I say.
They say the meek shall inherit the earth, so we'll be waiting for pivotal moment in time. This battle's one of a kind. Bottom to the top, top to the bottom, seeking freedom through violence. They say we can send it through silence, breaking bondage. 44 steps forward, 45 steps back. We're a nation of immigrants, so white sending us back. Hold up, 44 steps forward, 45 steps back. You're falsifying the narrative, use an alternative fact. Hold up,
this is how our story begins. You know me from the shows, and now you owe me against me. Playing with labels, why don't you bounce to this? Now you niggas in the building, so it's bound to hit this rap.
I gotta ask you the Mixtape Addict question, bro. Who is your all-time favorite DJ?
I don't know that I actually have a all-time favorite DJ. I like a lot of DJs. Like I like what you're doing. You got your own movement. You got basically your own media company. With this here situation, I like DJ Premier because DJ Premier is technically like a producer in a sense. Like I like his sounds. You got people from from the origins of hip hop, like Cool Herc, DJ Red Alert. Fab Five, Freddie. So you got. I like a montage of different DJs, and I don't want to condense it down to one because they all bring a flavor just like yourself to the game, and in their own unique way, and it just helps evolve DJing. Not just from now scratching records in the park how it started, but now media companies like yourself that have a following.
Yeah, we had to change our strategy because I was big on mixtapes, back in 2009, 2010 until 2012. I was big on mixtapes until they started striking all the DatPiff accounts and all those mixtape sites because the major labels seen that they didn't get the money that they used to have, with those streams that we DJ had on our mixtapes. So they was mad, they shut down a lot of accounts, so that fucked up the business. We used to sell promotion through that, you know what I'm saying? Every day. So when they started doing that, we had to find, another way, man. Fuck the 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying? So we had to find another way, bro.
Yeah. Oppression is always the way of industry. You gotta have people that have that entrepreneurial spirit and can see a business opportunity and a legitimate, business opportunity upstairs. We as artists and creators and writers, we're the creative body of things, but we're not media companies. We're not newspapers. We're not magazines. We're not television. We're not radio. So having avenues such as yourself that not only have the access and the resources of getting the word out, but giving artists an opportunity to be heard on your platform and getting it across. I mean, when I started out, I couldn't imagine talking to somebody in France on a video conference, and now we're going to have this interview played around the world.
Those interviews create really beautiful stories. Like, let me tell you one. Like I did like the same interview we're doing now. I did that with a dude named Ari Chusas from Boston.
Mixtape addict. Crack selling and yak dealing done got me sailing mile high up in the sky. I know you suckers jealous.
Okay.
The homie went to Spain and he said, well, I told him Spain is really not too far from France. So we got to know each other through the interview, and then he came to my house a few days ago. We did an EP, 2 videos, another interview. So, you know, it's crazy to see shit like that happen. It all started like that on the screen. I'm talking to you, you know, like 7,000 miles away from me. And then, one day, you know what I'm saying? If you're around in Europe, you make the call. We here and we work it. You know? That's what Mixtape Addict is about. You know what I'm saying? It ain't really about just putting interviews on YouTube. It's about, you know, building relationships with dope artists and making great shit together. You know, that's what I love to do, bro.
I've been to France before, actually. I've been over to Monaco. You understand? I've been to Monaco. So essentially, Monaco is France because there's like a border. Like literally, you walk across the street, you're in France. You understand?
Yeah.
So and that was through, you know, in my other identity, doing a study abroad. I was doing an international study abroad as a legal, as a law student, if you will. So in my other profession, if you will, I was over in Italy at the time doing a study abroad in Italy. So got a chance to go to Pisa, go to see the Leaning Tower of Pisa, visited Rome, went to the Vatican, went to Milan, and you know, got a chance to shop at the designer outlets out there. And I was going to school in Florence, like Florence Prato area. So the school was in Prato, Italy, and I was staying in Florence with my wife and son. And when I wasn't in class, we would bounce around to all the different provinces, and we was driving all these places when I wasn't in class, and on a weekend, and then we drove out to Monaco and stayed, you know, a full weekend. So next time when I'm out in Europe, you know, I gotta connect, so I come check you out.
Hell yeah, make that call, bro. And how is those travels in Europe, you know, make you grow as an artist? Like, have you seen a change, you know, in your mentality, in the way you write your music and everything?
I think so, because, you know, music is, you know, you see it through your eyes in a sense, and what you are able to read, places that you are able to visit, you know, things that you're able to discover, and it evolves your line of thinking and how you think about things, you understand? So I think traveling to Europe gave me another vantage point, because I've traveled throughout the United States. I've traveled to other countries outside of the United States besides Europe. So it just adds to that compilation of life experiences. And I can remember I had the brainchild to write this song. This is derivative essentially of the Woe track with Snow Allegra.
It's like, whoa, the spirit got me high off life. Couldn't be duplicated even if I died twice. Synchronize our lives, revenue streams. It's right, 31 days, visit 3 countries to see the sights.
So what I did, I wrote a third verse and wrote like a derivative version of the Woe and called it Woe Extended Version.
Okay.
So to that point, that was from a lot of experiences that were happening during that 31-day period when I was out there with my wife and son, and what that feels like, you understand? So it definitely has created a different creative evolution, and it does affect how you write and how you see things, you know, from a futuristic standpoint when you're creating writing. So it's not the same, you know, perspective that I would have as a 15-year-old when I first started out. You know, now I'm a grown man with a family and travel experiences and the like. So it does have that impact and affect your creative thought.
Yes, sir. And now that you gain all those experiences, the life experiences that we're talking about, what are you gonna do with your music career? Like, what are your plans, you know, to be even bigger with your shit, bro?
To me, it's just getting more in the sense of the business of music, controlling more of the narrative of distribution of the music and the licensing aspect of it. To me, over the years, I've had to kind of learn by trial and error about the business of music. So when I first registered with my first performance rights agency, BMI, Broadcast Music Incorporated here in the States of New York, I think I was about 17, 18 when I started that account. And essentially that gets you your public performances, you understand? So, populating that catalog over the years, making sure the names of the song and who the writers on the song, who the publishers are. Now that pays dividends because, you're getting all of this public, like commercial radio play. You're getting, all of these different exploitations of the music, and now it's being compensated. Like even, for example, if I distribute a music video and it's on YouTube, BMI will go in and make sure that they have, their license or designation on that music video. So not only if it's being distributed by a distributor, I get the distributor income, through the license there, but now through the license with BMI, there's additional public performance income to be had, you understand? So understanding the different pockets of legal rights to a song, understanding that you have a master rights use, which is basically what you would give a distributor to put your stuff into retail, digital, or otherwise. You have the public performance right that you would effectuate through BMI, ASCAP, SESCA. You have mechanical rights that you can effectuate through like Harry Fox Agency, music reports. I forget what they call it on you all side. There's a European performing arts agency that's basically the same. They go and get your royalties. But even I see royalties come from overseas from those affiliations, and then your digital radio play and satellite radio through Sound Exchange. You have to understand all the intricacies of the business of music, so you're making sure that you're being properly compensated. So to me, it's more about getting all of those avenues sewn up and continuing the licensing endeavor, getting music into television, films, commercials, video games. That's really where I see, my career. Will I go out and tour again, do performances? I don't know, because I'm currently not touring. I'm currently not
like movie placements or some stuff like that with your music. If you could like go back in the past and make the full score of a movie, what would that be, bro?
I think, to me, the latest song, the Battle Cry, Civil Disobedience, I think that would be a good theme song if we were redoing The Birth of a Nation.
Let the saints be joyful in glory. Let the high praise of God be on the mouths of the saints and a two-edged sword in their hands to execute vengeance on the demonic nations.
And there's two Birth of a Nation. There's one from, I think, 1910, 1915, which was basically blackface. So it was more of an insult to people of color. But showing the evolution from the American Civil War into, now the abolishment of slavery. But then the 2016 version of Birth of a Nation was focused on a person named Nat Turner. And I forget the actor that played him, but he was the director of the film. He was the producer of the film. And essentially he played this character, Nat Turner. And Nat Turner essentially had the slave revolt that eventually propagated from him having an opportunity to learn how to read and how to write and going around to different plantations to make these, he would teach these sermons, essentially. So he developed the slave revolt. So I think, the song Battle Cry, specifically for that movie, if I had the brainchild prior to the movie being made, or at least having a reference of the song ready to go when they were putting together the theme and the soundtrack, I think Birth of a Nation, the 2016 version of it, will be the score, if you will, that culminates what the movie was about and basically has the idea of what was trying to be accomplished by, the director and the producer.
And I heard you have another version of the song coming soon, so that'll be in the album.
That's true. We got the album version. So it won't be released as an audio track until the album is ready to go, you understand? but we're releasing the album version as a music video. So in the background, I have a director that's putting this music video together for this, basically this extended version of Battle Cry. And, once, I'm trying not to interfere in his creative muse. He understands what the theme, the cadence, the message, so to speak, of what we're trying to accomplish. And just the way I don't want to be interfered with in my creative process. I'm not interfering with his creative process. And once he has, that final product ready to go, your platform will be the first media platform to get a chance to touch that music video and air it and launch it, on your platform worldwide.
Yes, sir, bro. We here. We ready for that, man.
Through violence, they say we can send it through silence, breaking bondage, JDs. And we labor for years in our house, cooking meals outside of the field. The desire to live is larger than.
What can we wish for you in 2022 and the next year that's coming?
I think the music video will be the next thing that's coming out the pipeline for 2022. I don't have a specified date or a specific date of what that music video will be, when it will be ready, when it will be ready for release. But you'll be the first to know. But as it relates to anything, beyond 2022, I think what will be next out the pipeline will be, finishing the album, Nation of Immigrants. So Nation of Immigrants essentially came out as a single and a music video in 2020.
44 steps forward, 45 steps back. We're a nation of immigrants, so white sending us back. Hold up, 44 steps forward, 45 steps back. You're falsifying the narrative, using alternative facts. Hold up.
During the Trump administration, when the Trump administration was still in office. So we released that as an audio single, released it as a music video. And this Battle Cry is, I guess, a fourth single from the album that we've now released. And then prior to the Nation of Immigrants, we released the first two singles, which was Unconditional. Unconditionals came out in 2019. This is when we were in Europe and Italy. And then I think the first single we put out was Running Back back in 2017. And Running Back made it all the way up to BBC Radio. I think DJ Simtech had featured it and put it in the five tracks that you need to know, so to speak, in that show. So to that point, this is now the fourth single to a montage of songs that will probably be about 10 or 11 songs on the album. And I don't want to, put a date out there that I'll have an album ready, because again, you think about it like this. It took me almost 4 years to write Battle Cry, because you'll write, you'll pause, you'll have an experience. You'll write a little bit more, you'll pause, you'll have an experience. You'll see something on TV, or you'll find something and doing more research. So to me, you get more breadth when you take time to not necessarily write it all in one shot. Some songs come in one shot, depending on what you got, but some songs take a little bit longer to craft. So I don't want to put pressure to say, I have a, album out next summer or what. Just let the creative juices flow, you understand? Even if it takes like another year to, make it to perfection, you understand?
Sir, gotta let your instinct do it,
Correct.
Do you have any last words for the people that watched the interview until the end, bro?
Yeah, well, I would say that are a label that put together quality content. We try to make sure that anything that comes out the camp is perfected, it's well thought of, it's well crafted. I'm just a vessel, a catalyst of getting the message out. So I try not to make things about myself. Even in the music video that we're putting together, there won't be any facial appearance by me or physical appearance, because just like rest in peace to the big homie Pop. The message is more about of who's saying it, you understand, and the message in itself, not necessarily the person that's saying it. So when people go on and they move on and die and go into the afterlife, you want the message to last past your existence. So when you're doing something, you want to make sure you're doing something of substance, something that you can be proud of, something that will last past your existence, and make sure that you get the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of how to put those things together, and to do so in a fashion that, you know, if your children or your children's children or watching or listening to what you're putting out 50, 100 years from now or more, that they can say, yeah, you know, that's something I'm proud of.
Yes, the legacy, man. The legacy continues.
Correct.
And tell the people where they can follow you, man, on social media and your website and everything.
Well, we got our corporate website, bishopenterprises99.com. So that's BISHOPENTERPRISES99.com. And then, you know, from there, we got our social media handles. So on Twitter, you can catch us at Twitter handle BEPC. So Boy Edward Paul Cat at 99. So BEPC 99 on Twitter. On Instagram, I think it's our handle is Bishop _ the THE _overseer. So BISHOP _ THE _ and then OVERSEER. And then same deal with YouTube, you know, it's the Bishop the Overseer. And I think from Facebook, same deal. Bishop the Overseer is the handle.
So everybody that's watching, make sure you go follow the homie Bishop the Overseer. You know, good music.
Appreciate
it. Mixtape Addict certified, like I say. Thank you for your time, my bro. Thanks for coming through the Mixtape Addict Shortkut show. That's how
I appreciate you. Appreciate your time. Appreciate your platform. Keep doing what you do, giving the artists a foundation and a source where they could come and let the creative juices flow.
Exactly. You know, and get the education, music education. That's how we do it, man. Thanks.
The business of music.
Peace, my man. Take care.
Peace.